Are we live? Yo, wait, are we live? Hold on. Did it go live? Chat, are we live? Oh, we're live. I don't have to. Cool. I usually have to go into the YouTube thing. Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. I can get rid of this pinned message. Sorry for the delay. When I turn the face cam on, you guys will instantly know why there's been a delay. Hold on, I'm gonna black the screen here for a second while I get what I need to get upped. I'll get chat up in a second, sir. We're a little helter-skelter today. Is SpaceX live? Do we have an updated teaser? I'm way behind. Hold on. Let me get chat. I'll have to do my usual. I can see here. Boom, boom, boom. Get rid of all of that. Let me give this back to you guys. Hold on. I'll start talking to chat here in one moment. I'll get some water. This is the most improvised pilot live stream of all time. Webcam, you gonna work? Alright, let's get just a new webcam. Video capture, add device. Hello, I'm here. Oh my god, I am so big. Frost on every tank. Yeah, you'll be able to tell by my background, I've been kind of predisposed or indisposed or just generally unable to. Yes, I am at the airport. Do we have a new 2.0? Because SpaceX should be live by now. They are live. We live here? Ah, we're live. Beautiful. Let me turn off Bluetooth. Alright, let me get the chat. Sorry I'm so late, guys, and I'm sorry I'm not responding to you guys, and I'm sorry I'm just kind of staring blankly into the screen. Nope. Hello, chat. Hello, I got it. Hello, Vulcan. I'm running a 4 hours sleep. Well, the job interview in 14 hours life is good. You know what? Proud of you. Hello, Martin. Hello, Parker. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Hello, Starcurb. Meant to wake up early tomorrow. Oof, duh. Let me just do an audio test. You guys hear audio? I don't hear audio. Not good. Oh, I have it muted. Aha! Alright. Well, it's 12 p.m. for me. You hear audio? Great. I'm running on a laptop right now, so I mean you guys can see you know. So things are gonna be a little helter-skelter today. I even pinged the Discord, which is usually the most important thing in the world for me to do. Don't miss your flight? No, I've already landed. I literally got off the plane. That's why I was late, because my plane needed to land. So I basically ran, and I just went as fast as I could to some empty gate where there aren't any flights, and hoping that I can find a quiet area to enjoy a Starship launch with all of you guys. Hello, hello, hello. You may or may not see plane. I don't think I have a great angle, but there's like a runway, right? Should be. There's a plane. I don't know if you guys can see that plane, but there's a plane going moving. Oh yeah, you guys could see it. Hey. Yep. Cookies next year. Cookies at midnight. Not a bad plan, Vulcan. Not a plan. Not a bad plan. I wonder where that plane's going. Guess I could figure it out, but swag intro. Yeah, it's a cool intro. It's a little loud for me. Here, we'll full screen this. Actually, hold on. I do need to ping the Discord really quick. So hold on, guys. I'm going to black you guys out. It'll be only 30 seconds, though, so I have not gone anywhere. I'll leave my face cam up. It is a daily stream to ping the Discord. This is going to be a very sketchy stream, and you know we're living off the airport Wi-Fi right now. But you know what? I never miss Starship streams. I have never missed a single Starship launch. Thank you, Parker, for putting it in the Discord. I'll put it in the announcements now. Boom, 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 pinged, and is Dan talking yet? Hello, who are you? Oh, that's Chris G, isn't it? I think it is. Alright, boom, hello, I'm back. Or, no, that isn't Chris. Who is this guy?
On the next generation of Starship. And we'll talk a little bit more about that upgraded rocket later
Which
in the
airport?
program.
I am at. I need a sneeze. There's a plane landing. I'm at MSP, Minneapolis. The noise canceling keeps cutting in and out on my AirPods, and it is really janky. I feel like I'm going deaf and then ungoing deaf.
A controlled descent, flip maneuver, and soft splash in the Indian Ocean are also planned for ship. And hopefully our recovery
You
team will
bet.
be able to
No,
deliver
the crumbs.
amazing views that we got back on flight.
We don't want that.
Yeah, those views are just awesome.
Who is this guy?
And for those of you
Who are you? Anyone know who this guy is?
Marks the 1-year anniversary.
This is a mystery or a human.
Ever booster catch. That was booster 12. And
Oh yeah, we're on the 1-year anniversary, everyone. Let's we have a little celebration for the 1-year anniversary of Flight 5. Big day. Hey, there's Dan.
And Dan Hewitt joins us from over near Mission Control. Dan, how
There's the character from Should Have Came a little bit.
Hey Amanda,
A little
hey
bit.
everybody, we are looking great. I'm Dan Hewitt with SpaceX Communications. That's right, right behind me is our launch control center here at Starship.
Hi, Dan.
Flight control team is on there. They're getting Starship.
In a year, I know, right?
Ready for lift.
Kind of a disappointing year for
The vehicle prop load is underway.
kind of a disappointing year for Starship.
A little bit. We're tracking to 6:23 p.m. Central Time, just a couple minutes into our window. All right, so as we noted, back in August, Flight 10...
Okay, we're just doing recaps. We've seen those before, Dan. As much as I like to hear Dan's beautiful voice, I like to hear my beautiful voice a lot more, even though it's not beautiful, and my mouth is super dry right now. Tends to happen when you get off a plane. Where are you right now? I'm in the beautiful company of gate number B16 over here. Did I not unpin this message? Oh, whoops. I needed to unpin that message because we are live. We are live. Looking for Juniper mission on Falcon 9. Is that going on right now?
Trajectory.
Falcon
And it was
9.
on to the in-space stuff. That first in-space objective.
Oh, yeah, we got our
8 of those
Starlink
simulators.
deploy. That's always good to see.
First successful payload.
Oh, Kuiper. Kuiper. Yeah, those happen every once in a while. I don't know there was one today, or if it's launching soon or not. I don't know if the, what happened to your mic? What happened to Mike is I'm running through a, laptop microphone right now. I may have put something on it. I wonder if it's possible to only have the one screen so you guys get to see all this beauty. Yeah. I was wondering, I have no idea how good this mic quality is because I can't, you know, I was wondering if I could get my AirPod headphones out. Or like the AirPod mics. Not AirPod headphones, what am I talking about? The AirPod mic. It's probably a higher quality mic, but alas, we're stuck with this. Who is this guy? Who are you?
Back to the end, we're actually
Guys,
reflying a super heavy booster for the second time
guy
today.
who looks like
This
someone who's
booster
in
last
a
flew on
first-person
flight 8.
shooter.
So let's just start with how powerful this rocket really is. When you stack Starship up...
Yeah. Let me just, guys, real quick, make sure there aren't any flights coming into my gate. See here. Actually, I don't think I can filter by gate number. Well, there's a website I can do that, but anyway, Starship, very big. We got 3 cookies left, man. How many cookies you eating? Eat healthy. Go have I don't know. You can have as many cookies as you want because we have this wonderful thing called Ozempic. So just eat the cookies and then have some Ozempic, and then life is good. 13 hours till your interview? Yeah, you're fine. Just make sure you're all prepared, and then you can take a sleep after. 7 in total. That's a lot of cookies, man. Have to load up on the Ozempic. How we doing?
tower. However, as previously noted, we won't be attempting one of those catches today. Starship, on the other hand, re-enters the Earth's atmosphere at the conclusion of its mission.
Yeah. Let me know, guys, if there's anything with the audio balancing, because I am just running off the laptop. I have no idea how loud or quiet anything is. I can't see the slide after watching this, so if it's too loud or quiet, let me know. So I might sleep during re-entry to like a 30 sleep during re-entry. Well, this will probably be a pretty spicy re-entry. Good chance with all the missing tiles, even though they said they weren't going to get rid of any tiles, but good chance with all the missing tiles that we lose the ship today. Although these ships have been unbelievably resilient to re-entry, just unbelievably.
On the screen right now. It's a crucial milestone.
Fox triple chocolate. That does sound pretty good.
Here we're seeing ship. We did this for the second time on a retrofitted mount on pad 1.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about what happened to Masses. Let's not.
Beijing to Caden. Beijing to Caden. Please return to security sound checkpoint. Either forgot item
16 and 15. Goddard, Carter. Forward right now, Denver.
Chris, and I'm a Starlink business analyst here at SpaceX. Starlink is SpaceX's low Earth orbit, high-speed internet that's bringing connectivity.
I probably should have let the audio play while I wasn't talking there. Heck was that? I don't know if you guys heard that, but there were like some employees that just walked by and they were doing like it was like a meeting or whatever. Just trying to listen and what they were talking about the gate I was at. They're like, oh, this is like a special charter gate that no one ever goes to. So, oh, we all have the gate to myself tonight.
We've come a really long way since turning on service for our first paying customer in rural Idaho.
Yeah. Starlink ad. I know Starlink's great. You don't need to keep telling me about it. Oh, we interrupt your regularly scheduled start for a Starlink ad. You're generally louder than the stream audio is fine given the circumstances. Great. Where am I going? I have returned. I have landed. So I figured instead of trying to sprint home in time to get the stream set up at my normal spot, I'd just go find a quiet spot at the airport and enjoy the stream from here. Because it is very likely there's some really bad traffic where I'm at, so it's very likely that I would not have made it back in time for the launch. Or would have been really close, and I'd have been scrambling to set up the stream and stuff, but waiting acquisition of Payload, what are those things on the flaps? I think you're talking about the testing of the tiles. There's like tile tests going on. They're very kind of like, it's a very strange pattern. I don't know what the purpose of them are, but there are tiles sitting around. See a little pointing, but it's going to not line up from what you guys are seeing. But there's on the aft flaps, there's like these weird tiles. They've done tile tests before on that area, but never in that kind of pattern. It's weird. Some people are speculating that they may try and go for an all-tile flap. If you remember in some of the older like BFR starships and stuff, the entirety of the forward flaps were
Paging
tile.
vacated. Paging vacated. Please return to security south checkpoint to claim your forgotten item.
Paging decayed. I don't know if you guys could hear the paging decayed over in the airport.
Starship will bring gigabit connectivity to users and are designed to add 60 terabits per second of downlink capacity to the Starlink network. That's more than 20 times the capacity added with every V2 mini launch on the Falcon 9. And then on the
Changing located. No, they were paging decayed. They were paging decayed. Someone forgot something. Yep, someone forgot something at the South Security. Maybe I should just go there and claim to be decayed. Hey, it's me. I left my dog. Here to pick up my dog from the South Security checkpoint. I don't have a dog. It'd be kind of unfortunate if the person had. Imagine forgetting a dog. Like, oh, whoops, Fluffy we left him at the security. Oh, Fluffy, what are we gonna do? Poor Rufus is over at the security checkpoint, getting a pat down. Cool but annoying. I would probably be against it because, it's bad for mass reasons. Oh, is Elon here again? Oh, great.
Yeah, getting ready for Flight
Wanna say
11.
hi?
How are you feeling for it?
Larry
This is the first time that I'm going to be Larry Rock.
Okay, yeah.
The Northland Mall, so identify your forgot.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
it's really going to be much more visceral.
Yeah, you're gonna feel
Great
it.
place
It's
to
gonna
watch.
be it's gonna be awesome.
Surprised Elon
We'll be in
wasn't
here
yet.
this time, but usually we're out there watching. Yeah.
Alright, sounds good.
Good luck
Later.
and have fun.
Have fun.
Okay. Should Elon really be standing out there? I know that place. It's a somewhat public area. I mean, the public can't access it, but the public can certainly see it. With all the, Elon's a lot higher profile this year. You should be careful. You don't want you don't want those ULA snipers out on, He popped in. He very much did just pop in.
While ship will continue with its ascent burn to orbital trajectory, where it will attempt to deploy 8 Starlink simulator satellites. And we're also planning to relight a single Raptor engine. Then it's time for re-entry, where we're once again testing the limits of Starship's heat shield by
Quick time
intentionally
event.
removing tiles. The ship will also
Yeah.
perform a pretty dynamic banking maneuver that mimics the path of a return to launch site for Ketch that will fly on a future mission. And if all that goes as planned, we'll conclude the test with a landing flip, burn, and soft water splashdown in the Indian Ocean.
ULA snipers
So
have crazy aim, I know,
definitely
right?
action-packed flight
Pretty
profile,
nuts.
Dan.
This is planned to be
Dan?
the
Hello, Dan.
final launch of this version of Starship, version number 2. Right.
I've heard. You keep making SpaceX do unneeded changes to the COPVs. Yeah, dude. 36, which is, I think that's the one that popped in Massey's, right? Oh, is this a new rendering of Pad 2?
significant changes. This is building on everything we've learned from all of these flight tests to make a vehicle that we're looking to mass produce. Starting with the Starship
Is this our
upper stage, which is
first?
going to look
Is
pretty
this a
similar on the
new
outside,
render
but it's
of
getting pretty much a
version
complete
3?
overhaul under the hood. We're getting major design changes to its propulsion system that's going to accommodate that new version of Raptor, which puts out higher thrust. We're also getting an energy storage upgrades, tons of avionics changes, a lot of things that will enable longer duration missions.
Looks pretty
One notable
cool.
thing you'll start seeing on the outside are these new docking adapters, which we'll use when we bring 2 starships together for propellant transfer. That's a core capability of Starship that we're going to demonstrate next year. Bottom
Hopefully.
line, though, this is the Starship we're planning to use for all of our next major
It's not
milestones.
new.
Orbital missions, return to launch site and catch, reuse, propellant transfer, and then
Mm.
making our way to the moon and Mars.
I mean, this part I've seen
Now,
before.
super
Maybe.
heavy. We've shown some of this off, some of this hardware
not.
already coming out of the factory. It has upgrades like this, a redesigned fuel transfer tube. That thing's
Yeah,
roughly the same size as
probably
the
a
first
good
use of the
idea.
Falcon 9 rocket. That channels all that cryogenic fuel down to Super Heavy's 33 engines. We made it bigger. It's basically a rocket inside of our rocket that gives us a faster, more reliable flip and simultaneous engine startup. New booster are also going to have an integrated
Falcon 9, yeah, it's kind of like having a Falcon 9 inside a Super Heavy. It is. I think I've seen someone say that before. Yeah, it is. Yeah. There's a new forward dome.
structural layer of steel on the top that helps take all the heating. It's mapped to where all the high heating goes. Grid fins also getting a big change, going from 4 down to 3. They're 50% larger, though, much higher
Sure, he's
strength.
pregnant and
They're
has
also
got a
gonna
baby
get
Falcon
used
9
for
growing in
vehicle
it.
lift and catch. That's all made possible. There's a new catch point addition on those grid fins. We've also kind of reclocked their position on the booster. That aligns them with the catch arms. Yeah, we got it right in the middle there. All right, and then powering it all, Raptor 3. Looks radically different, just straight up radical. Tons of major changes. It's coming in higher thrust, dramatic reduction in parts. Tons of control mechanisms moved inside. Our McGregor teams built some additional stands like this one, which essentially is the bottom of a super heavy booster. Lets us do gimbal or steering tests. So that's been really exciting to see. We've also been getting vacuum
pretty
versions
cool.
of Raptor 3
Ooh,
into
this is
tests.
definitely new.
The first flight engines are already in production and are about to start acceptance.
This is definitely new. That's actually cool, yeah.
For Flight
The
12. So
tube.
a
Yep.
lot of exciting changes coming.
The
and
Tube
we're getting
9,
ready to
the
mass
Falcon
produce
Tube.
everything, including one of the really key contributors to that rapid reusability, the heat
That
shield tiles.
vacuum
Let's move over to
Raptor
Tyler
3
real quick
is.
in Hawthorne, who's
That's
got a really
definitely
cool
new.
look at
That's
what's
really
happening
cool.
with tiles in Florida.
Thank you, Dan. Indeed, Starship's heat shield is the linchpin to full and rapid reusability. We can't launch, land, refuel, and launch again if we have to spend months refurbishing the heat shield after every launch,
Where
like they did in the
are
Space Shuttle program. So, in a
that
future
be?
where Starship
What?
is flying several times a day,
I
many,
am
many
confusion.
thousands of heat shield tiles will be required. So,
Where are
yeah,
they?
we need to get cooking
Where's
on these
Dan?
tiles, which is exactly what's happening.
I think Dan's in mission control over in the office building or the Star Factory because combined. Now, what I'm curious to see. Supposedly, I've been informed via Twitter that someone carved a giant 6-7 in the beach at at Boca Chica Beach. That, with the intention of being seen during the launch or during the SpaceX coverage, the drone coverage. I'm interested if that comes up. I'm interested if it's visible. We shall see. Ooh, Dan's got a heat shield tile.
Now they're kind of all next to each other. There's a small gap in between all of them. You got to leave a little bit of space as that metal underneath will expand and contract. That way they don't crunch into each other and start breaking. However, that lets some of that plasma kind of seep through, and we see really high heating on the sides and then down on the metal. To help fix that, we have the crunch wrap that everyone has heard about. So we take essentially that's called Vulcan felt that we then wrap around. And so as these tiles are next to each other, you've got a small bit in between that's going to help offset that heating. It's just one of the ways.
This is
we're
a really
continuing to
interesting
iterate on this
explanation
heat
he's
shield,
giving.
getting towards rapid reusability. Hopefully it's going to help
Or a
Starship live Mars.
really intuitive one. Hello,
Everything
that
is
guy.
just going to
That
get
guy
us to
was
that
looking at
end
the
state
camera.
of a fully and rapidly reusable vehicle. So pretty much the entire vehicle has those on it today. We've done this on multiple Starships previously, but this time pretty much the whole vehicle has it. So that was special for today. All right, enough heat shield tiles. Let's go quick check-in on the pad. So If you did
Hello.
notice, we did shift our T0 just a little bit. We're now counting down to 6:23 and 41 seconds Central Time. We shifted a little bit as we were working to finish clearing the range. We are monitoring sea and airspace, both here over the Gulf.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they would go right at the T0, because the longer this thing takes to go, the longer I'm stuck at this darn airport, man. I gotta get home. To watch your test, no good. You're at the airport? Yeah, I am. We have a very improvised streaming setup today.
We've gone through all of our checkouts so far this morning, aligning our guidance, navigation, and control system, getting the vehicles ready for prop load, the farm.
There we go.
Everything's gone pretty smoothly so far.
UBM
We got
Minneapolis.
through
Yeah,
a
no one
no-go
come.
for prop load. That happens at T-minus
Stream
1
sent
hour
me.
and
I guess I
15
don't care if
minutes.
you can
We've been
stream send
loading
me.
fuel
But I'm at
and
gate
locks on board the ship since
D16.
about 53 minutes before launch. Booster started just about 10 minutes
We'll
after
have an
that.
instant great pull up.
We
I don't
continue
want to be
loading
hearing that.
prop until just
What was
around
that
3 minutes
streamer?
before
You guys remember
liftoff.
that streamer?
And then
Like
at
6
that
or
point,
7
we'll be
years
ready to
ago,
go.
who was
So,
streaming at the
bottom line at
airport?
the moment, we're looking real good. Again,
And then he
6:23
announced
and
on
41
on his
seconds Central
stream
Time is our
what
target
gate
T0.
he was leaving from and what his flight number was. And someone just make sure no one's around because I have to say the B word here. I'm in an airport, but someone called in, a MB threat on his plane.
That is our foundational mission, and basically
You have to be careful saying that word. I don't want to get tackled out here. We got the siren.
The Red Planet are just down the road, and we recently shared
Yeah,
some
that word.
exciting news.
You don't want to get
Starship cargo
TSA
flights
is
to
going
the
to come
Martian
if I start
surface for
talking about that.
research, development, and exploratory
Nothing
missions
often in
begin
America.
in
Well,
2030. And
has
we
happened
already
enough
have
in
our
the
first
past for
customer.
people not
yeah,
to.
exactly. Starship is open for
Kind of
business,
taboo
and
word
one
to
of the
say
first
on the
payloads
plane,
will be provided
in
by
the
the Italian
airport.
Space Agency. They recently signed a first-of-its-kind agreement to carry Italian experiments on the initial Starship missions that deliver customer payloads to Mars. In related news, Starship cargo flights to the surface of the moon for research, development, and exploratory missions will start in 2028. So a ton of Starship activity to look forward to. And
I think that's them officially saying that, or officially confirming that 2026 isn't happening. Would really pretty good my place if it happens. It would have made in order to rest somewhere. Yeah, you're over in you're in that place.
the nearby Boca Beach dunes have unfortunately been eroding
Yeah,
at
and
an
the same
alarming rate for
thing
some
would happen
time.
here. That's why
So
I'm not
SpaceX
saying
is teaming up with Cameron County and
or not even possibly, being confused for saying you hear it all the time. Like these kids who are going on they as a prank, and the next thing you know, their plane's getting escorted to their destination by fighter jets. I don't need that going on around here. Orange from the metallic test tiles. Yep, it was. Orange ship this time. Yeah, well, there's no metallic tile. Yeah, well, yeah, Lampier respond. Yep. I was a little delayed. A little bit of a low IQ moment there. I didn't read the chat, but yes, we have no we have no metallic test tiles on this vehicle, so there shall be no orange. Very likely to get some white, though. Very likely to get some white.
Our openings, if you're interested.
Okay, now as we head into
That was
terminal
ugly.
count, all
Yeah.
eyes are on the rocket. Dan,
5
what are we
minutes.
looking? Are we green?
Amanda, we are so green. Everything's still looking really good. So we've got a green range, not tracking any blockers there to launch. We're continuing to load prop on board the vehicle. We're just about to
Talking about
close out, so we'll close
Biden
out.
here. Are we talking about Joe
Again, just about 40
Biden?
minutes.
Let me just reset
Oh,
live
here,
to see if
though,
I can get a
much higher
little bit closer to the live.
With about 11 million
Orange
pounds
vibes
of
always.
propellant on board those two
They were
stages.
torture testing the ablative
After we're
layer.
fully
Yeah,
loaded
I
on
mean,
the
with the big,
vehicle,
there's
the pad
big,
itself
for those
is
of
ready
you who
for
don't know,
launch. We do
big
what's called
empty
pushbacks.
spots
We
in
clear all
certain
that prop
areas.
out of the lines in the tower
It's
and
rough.
the feed system.
Hopefully it
back into the
survives. But if
tanks
it
to get
doesn't,
ready for launch.
we'll see a
And
fun
then in the
explosion.
next couple of minutes, we're going to do our final GNC guidance, navigation, and control system alignment. We're going to arm the
Chunky cheese,
automatic
don't
flight safety
fail.
system, and then we're going to do
Alright,
final
who's ready
colloidal checks
for
on the
a
steering
launch
for the
in 4
engines,
minutes
which you
and
might be able to catch a quick peek at as we get closer
20
to
seconds.
those.
420
Feel
away.
free
Oh
to
my
hold,
god.
which we are not currently tracking a reason to.
No holds.
That would happen at T-minus 40 seconds. It's built into our
You guys
countdown.
remember,
We can
it took
pause and
3
wait there
tries
for
to
any
get
final
flight 10 off.
checkpoints,
So
anything
we
that
get
need
flight
to
11 to
for.
go on the first try.
Once we pass that T-minus 40 seconds, a number of
No
events will
weather
occur
problems.
in rapid succession. The ground spin and ignition
More like a
systems come up
Cheeto,
to
yeah,
full
Cheeto
pressure,
ship.
and ship
Star
switches to
Cheeto.
internal power. After that, the quick
Can I get this
disconnect
mouse
arm
to
lockout is
disappear?
removed
My
in
mouse,
preparation
you
for
guys may have to
retraction
deal with that
shortly
bar
after
being down there.
T0.
This should mean normally can
Now,
move my
once we
mouse, but
pass
this is my
T-minus
second
40
monitor.
seconds, if any problems come up, we do still have the ability to recycle the count under certain conditions back to T-minus 40 seconds and hold there to assess what happened and then see if we can proceed
Imagine
again
dipping
to
your
refresh.
crisps in a Starship fuel tank.
Yep. However,
Yeah,
once
they
the
would
water through
probably
deflectors
freeze
just
and
keeps
shatter,
flowing
and
at
then your hand would
T-minus
freeze
7
and shatter.
seconds, any issue after that would be an automatic scrub for the day, as teams would need to refill the deflector's water tanks as well as the propellant storage tanks.
Oh, is my face on the clock?
Before making
Oops.
another attempt.
Yeah, I normally have my face on the other side, don't I? This is
All right,
the
we are
benefits
coming
of
up on 3
streaming in an
minutes
airport.
away from launch. You can see the frost line all the way up. We've just closed out prop load onto
Alright, we better?
the ship. Booster coming up shortly.
Alright, 3 minutes
Yeah,
away.
about
Who's
10
ready
seconds
for
we'll finish
Starship Flight
loading prop
11?
on the booster, and then again we'll have about 11 million
And
pounds
they
of
taste
liquid
nice.
oxygen, liquid methane.
You have to be eating
on
from
board the
only
vehicle.
one
So
hand, because the other
not
hand
currently
would not
tracking a reason
exist.
to hold at T-minus 40. It can pop up at the last moment or after we pass
Alright,
that
no
gate.
holds,
We
chat,
can
no
always
holds.
hang out there for a couple of minutes if we need to.
We're
We do
outpacing the
have some extra
SpaceX stream
time.
count.
We're
Am I?
not constantly
Airport Wi-Fi
topping
is
off
doing
the
well.
propellant in these vehicles, so we have about a 7-8 minute window where we can wait.
Starship about to do the
for
flappy
any
dance.
final
You're
issues
talking
to
about like with
clear.
the flaps
We're not
doing
currently
the
tracking a
wiggle
reason
test,
to
or
hold
like the
there.
engines doing the
Again, our range
gimbal also
continues to
wiggle
be
test?
green
I don't know.
as we look at sea and airspace.
Let me know if there's
about
any
out over the Gulf.
any
and in our
volume changes
re-entry
that need to be
zone
made.
out in the
That's perfect
Indian
sync.
Ocean.
Beautiful mod. Let me know if there's any sync
All right,
changes
2 minutes,
or any
15 seconds to go. A lot
any
of
audio
things
changes
on
that need to be
tap
made.
for Flight 11.
All right,
Going to
no
be the
scrubs,
last
everyone. No scrubs,
launch
no
of this
holds.
version of Starship and Super Heavy. Once again, we're really focused on
Rudolph the Red Starship.
getting
It was
ship
Rudolph
over
the
to
White in the
re-entry.
Starship last time, you know,
Once we
getting a
get to
little
that
bit of
phase, we're going to dive in.
coming
There's a
on there.
lot of exciting stuff that's going to be happening on our way back through and down to the ground, hopefully. Out
very
in the
low key
Indian
launch. I
Ocean.
feel this is similar to this is kind of Flight 6 vibes, right? We're kind of retiring a vehicle, and it's all kind of happy vibes around that super high
Should
stakes mission.
hopefully be seeing. There's a
Tumble
quick
Ship.
wiggle check.
Oh, wiggle! Oh, there we go. Wiggles.
Checking
We're
out the
wiggling.
thrust vector control, the steering on the booster. We use those inner
All right.
13 engines.
You guys ready? A minute 30 away from the
Doing their
final
pulling
flight
final dance
of
before
Pad
the big
1, or
show.
at least this version of Pad 1. The final flight of version 2 ship and booster, and the final
And we'll do that one
and
more
the
time
second
after we
and
cross
final
that
flight
T-minus
of
40 gate.
booster 15. Second reuse of the program. You ready to go? Let's go.
All right, range continues to be green.
No holds.
Still not tracking any issues on vehicle or pad.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
1 minute to go.
Slow wiggles. All right, within a minute. Here we go.
As a reminder, we can hold at T-minus 40. We're not planning to.
I have arrived, furries, just in time. We're within about 45 seconds, about to clear the hold, and there's a plane taking off right next to me. 40, no hold.
All right. We're through T-minus 40. Let's listen in. Flight Director Ty Huntington back in the seat. Take us through the final
Flight
seconds
directors, go
until
for launch.
Go for launch. Sorry, the stream, the little video turn thing, whatever it's called, it's kind of blocking the way, but I can't get rid of it. It won't let me.
T-minus
10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Watch for
5,
deluge.
4, 3,
We have deluge.
2, 1.
Ignition. 33. Watch for movement. We have liftoff. Starship,
We have
Flight
liftoff.
11, underway.
Go Super Heavy, go Starship. Thanks
Yes,
for all
sir.
the historic flights, Pad 1.
Hey. Send off to Pad 1. Salute Pad 1. Alright. We're airborne. Get my brightness turned up.
Booster Raptor chamber pressure nominal.
Go Starship, go Super Heavy. Go indeed. 30 seconds into flight. We have 33 engines, looking good. Don't do this to me, airport Wi-Fi. Oh no. Oh, we're back. Jesus, airport Wi-Fi.
Booster and ship, nominal power and telemetry.
Alright, we've lost a little bit of resolution, but we're seeing it live. We're good. We're good. We're back in business here. Looking for Miko. Or looking for Max Q, rather.
We are seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor engines lit on Super Heavy as it arcs across the Gulf. Coming up next on Max Q.
We still have 33 good engines. I will miss you too, Pad 1. Salute Pad 1. Alright, did we have the Max Q call? There it is. I don't know what weird floppy. I don't know what red is flopping around here,
The
but
next thing we're looking forward to is going to be hot staging. So we've got 33 out of 33 Raptors.
not
lit.
atypical
Super
to
Heavy
see
makes
things
its way
flopping around
uphill.
during the
Hot staging
launch.
is going to be coming up.
Ooh,
In
good
just
tracking.
a little over a minute. At that point, we're going to see all but 3 of those Raptor engines
I don't know
on
if this
Super
is-
Heavy shut down. Our
That tracking
version of
shot is
Miko,
stuttering. I don't know if that's.
most
I think
engines
that's
cut off instead of
SpaceX's
main
issue
engine.
because the telemetry is still smooth. I don't think it's my Wi-Fi. Yeah,
And then
they've
after
switched
that,
away
we're
from
gonna
it.
release the clamps that are currently holding Starship
Try
to
the
that
miracle
hot
pill.
stage adapter. It's then going to ignite its
All right,
6
let's get
Raptor
ready
engines
for
to push it away from
Miko
Super
and
Heavy
hot stage.
and then start making its flight uphill. So in about
All right,
30
we have the roll.
seconds, we're going to see the engine start to shut down on Super Heavy. You'll see them kind of shut off in separate banks until we've just got those 3 center engines that never stop running for this process. And then looking
Oh,
for
decal.
6
Yeah, they
ship
finally put a
Raptors.
decal on it. All right, we should be getting Miko any second.
Miko coming up in about 10 seconds.
Or in 10 seconds. Yep, we're in the roll. We're through the roll. And we are ready
The
for
engine's
the
throttling
flip.
down.
All right, watch for. All right, watch for ship ignition.
Ship ignition.
We have 6 good on the ship. Watch for acceleration on the ship. We have acceleration. And visually, good hot stage, all but 1 engine on the boost back burn.
Boost back burn startup.
Is this kind of normal to lose an engine on the
Alright,
boost back?
successful hot staging maneuver.
Actually, very rare to
So
have
we've
them all.
got 12 of the 13 engines lit back up
Well,
on
that's
boosters,
fine.
so it's doing its boost back.
This I've always been nervous
Really
about, but I've
suddenly,
learned is
though,
normal.
We've got 6 out of 6 Raptors lit on ship there, so it's now going to continue to make its ascent
Even though that looks
into outer
very
space.
sketchy.
Meanwhile, this boost back is happening. We're using those 13 engines, so everything, well, 12 out of the 13, and then we go down to 3, and then we're going to shut down for
The ship following,
boost
yeah, it's
back.
really
That's
cool.
sending
All right, we
the
have
Super
boost back
Heavy
shutting down.
back towards its planned splashdown zone in the
Yo, I
Gulf.
missed, no, well, you're here for this part. We'll be
Right
here
after
for
we
we'll be
finish
here
this
for booster
boost back
landing.
burn, we're also going to separate the hot stage.
We're doing a booster
So
catch,
for
no
the
booster
final
catch.
time.
We have a different engine configuration for the
doing
landing
this
bird,
is-
which has kind of been happening on the
Right,
last
here's the
3 or
end of the
4
boost
flights in a
back
row
burn.
here, but engines look pretty interesting. And I think everything
Should
looks
be
normal so
seeing the
far.
hot stage.
There's hot stage jettison, and there's a buffer, airport Wi-Fi. We're back.
So the hot stage separates. It's going to make its way down, also splash down in the Gulf. In the meantime, though, these 6 ship Raptors are going to continue firing for about 5 more minutes.
Hold up, where? How? Why are we holding up?
Next up for the booster, though, is going to be its landing burn. There's a cool tracking shot.
Oh, look at the hot
Dump some
stage
of the
just
prop
floating
out on
around
our way
there.
back
Look at that. Some new devices on the booster. I think we've
Alright,
had
so
those
for
before. Are you talking about the little
booster,
pins
this
that point
is
up?
one of
I
the
think those
main
are.
things
I think
we're
we've had those
trying to
before.
get
I
is
may
gonna
be wrong.
this landing burn. Oh, that's so you can see the hot
Don't
stage.
run into the hot stage.
Kind of making its way towards the left side. So that's the bottom of the booster. It's about to pass right in front of where you can see some
Okay,
of
yeah,
the
I don't.
dump happening.
I'll have to look at it later. We have 6
They
engines
look
still
like
going
they're
on the
close
ship. Look
together,
good.
but there's a good amount of distance between them, and the hot stage will go down and splash down in the Gulf while the booster comes back for its landing burn.
All right, V2 ship is still
Nominal trajectory.
surviving here. We
Alright.
we don't want another
Good on
cursed
our
V2
trajectory,
ship.
looking
We
good
want
on
another good
everything.
V2 ship.
Jake and Amanda, you guys with me down there?
Yeah, definitely. The crowd is gathering over here in the office. You can definitely feel the energy in here. Great to see that booster is
great
pushing its
fins.
way down to the splashdown zone. In the goal,
RSS UFO, yeah, UFO fell in
Yeah, the
SpaceX
shaking down here
rocket.
was absolutely nuts. The windows are still there, still intact.
I think I
So
started to see a little
that
bit of
was
a
pretty
roll
awesome.
happening on the ship. Maybe
Yeah,
planned. We're
boosters
still
coming down
accelerating
at
under
about
6
30
good engines, so I'm not
kilometers.
going to worry about it too much. Let's focus in on the booster
All right,
landing.
yeah,
About a
as
minute
we
away from
approach
landing burn,
that
if not less.
just like tower catches, we will be doing a 13-engine landing burn to slow down. This time it will
Landed.
be in a
Scrub, me too.
V3 configuration.
You can see the half section
And as
getting
we're
hot.
starting to get into the denser part of the atmosphere, the booster is using 4 hypersonic grid fins to guide itself through atmospheric
Speed's bleeding
entry
off
towards
quickly.
its landing site.
and we're just
Through
about
10
20
kilometers.
seconds away
First attempt, yep.
from landing burn start, where we'll first ignite the center 13 engines, then bring that down to 5 to slow down the booster for landing. And finally, that will come down to 3.
First launch
and we'll
on
cut
time?
all
I
of
don't
them
think
off
so.
While we're still
I think there's
about
been 1 or 2 others.
200
There's
meters
landing
in the
burn
air, so
startup.
Booster is gonna see
We have
right
all
away.
the engines on the landing burn.
Booster landing burn startup.
Now we're going to drop down to 5. There's 5. And now we'll wait for the drop down to 3. There's 3. And there's the hover.
Booster landing.
Beautiful. And there's the drop.
And there we heard it. Booster landing burn shut down.
And
we saw a 13 to 5 to 3 V3
kaboom.
demonstration.
Too easy,
Into
right?
the
Too
water we
easy.
go.
Alright, now let's focus on ship.
Wow, that was absolutely awesome. If you can even hear us right now, congrats to the whole SpaceX team. So far, so good for today. That was incredible.
Awesome. Explosion.
All right, great
Yeah, they
stuff,
got the
guys.
explosion. Awesome.
I'm jealous of the crowd. All right, back to ship. Ship's still making its way. We've got a little under 2 minutes left
Alright,
in
ship.
this ascent
Please
burn. So
survive.
we've got all 6 Raptor engines still firing.
Everything's still looking good on ship here.
So the next major milestone we're going to be looking for is SECO. That's our second stage engine cutoff. That's should be coming right at about.
Yes,
8
I've
minutes
caught it
and
all
58
great. Yeah, I
seconds
heard
into
the
flight, so
skies
we've
are going to
got
be pretty
about a
clear, not
minute
too
20
hazy, so
still
you would
to
get
go.
good views of the booster
Really
landing.
cool to see Booster go through that.
So, we don't want
that landing
jinx him.
burn.
No,
That
no,
was
no.
one of our really
There's a
key
plane taking off right
demonstrations
next
we
to
wanted
me.
to try and do today. Is that's mimicking what we're going to be hopefully doing.
737.
We just got our sonic boom. Sounds like
Oh.
from the booster.
Oh,
coming
what
back.
is happening here?
All right, less than a minute to go. So we are going
There's
to
an
see
interruption on that live
3
cam.
RVACs, the vacuum
Oh, the blue
optimized
looks
engines
bluer than
shut
usual.
down
I think you
first,
get
and
a
then
little
we'll
bit
shut down
bluer
those
during
3 center
closer to
engines, so we
sunset.
should
This
be a
was, I
little
think,
under a
the
minute
you saw it
until
on flight
SECO.
5, and that was
Just a
really close
reminder,
to
this is
sunrise.
putting
I
us
think,
into a
I think it's something with the
suborbital
sun that makes
trajectory,
it
so
look a
we're
little bluer.
intentionally just going slow enough.
Starlink
that
handshake, I
we're not
believe.
gonna
Yeah, that
shoot
would be
forward.
a
This puts
good
us
explanation.
on a course where those engines shut off, and no matter
Hot
what, we're coming
staging
back
behind the ship.
Starship
Yeah,
is in terminal guidance.
pretty cool, or was pretty cool.
in the Indian Ocean. All right, terminal guidance. So we should start seeing the shutdowns come up in just a couple seconds. Less than 30 seconds to go in this ship ascent.
Everything looking good on ship. There's vacuum shutdown.
Right,
That's still
our
tracking
backs
ship.
shut
Really?
off.
Wow, that's very impressive. You can see there's the video catching up.
3 more to go.
All right, any second now. There's sea level shut off, and hopefully we get the call for good insertion. Maybe.
All right. All ship Raptors have shut
Nominal
down.
orbit insertion.
Good. There we go.
Your
We just
attention,
heard nominal
please.
orbital
In the interest of
insertion, so we
aviation
are on the
security,
path that
all
we wanted
passengers
to
must
be.
control their bags
So
and
we've got the ship
packages
back
at
in
all
space.
times.
A
To prevent
whole
someone
lot
from
planned
placing
for it.
dangerous
Lots
items
We
on
got
the
the
location.
got the
If
flap
you
coming
have
active here.
Way to the
is
water.
unintended.
But I'm excited to
Bags
see
have
what you can
items
do
from
in
unknown
space.
persons
How's
to
everybody
carry
doing down
onto
there?
the aircraft. All checked and carried.
I think we've lost several tiles here. I think I just paused the stream. We just reset the live. We don't care. Yeah, but we don't care about these ones on the back of the flap. But I think several of them have departed the vehicle.
This has happened in just 10 minutes. All the
Oh.
objectives were met on the booster, including
Something
that
just flew away.
V3-style landing burn. So now all eyes are on the ship as we get ready for our in-space objectives. But we've got a few minutes until that next milestone.
The
so
V2
sit
curse is
tight,
broken. Well,
enjoy
let's
the
make
views,
sure we
enjoy
well,
the
A, let's
cam,
make sure we can
going
control the
back
thing in
at
orbit,
T
and then
plus
let's
16 minutes for payload
see if
deploy.
we can get through entry. are exposed directly in the airstream. The external tiles have other tiles blocking the direct airflow. Is that why those fall off easier? Could very well be. I hadn't really considered that. Alright, we're in dubstep mode. Stairs could be, because those ones back on the back of the flaps always seem to tear off a little easier. I don't know why they're even on there. But anyway, I normally like to still tracking. No way, they're tracking it after Seco. That'd be really impressive. They can't be tracking it from Starbase. They'd have to have some other cameras somewhere else. They just lost. Why is it red? Sunset. Oh, we have a plane taking off. You guys want to see the plane? CRJ on its way out to somewhere. Having some tests in instrument. Definitely making great life decisions. You are making amazing life decisions. Not in school anymore. Awesome, first. Liftoffs, 3 liftoffs? Where? What had 3 liftoffs? The dumplings have cams this time? I doubt it. I think we'll have a similar dumpling experience as last time. Things around the center of the camera that streams. Yeah, I think it's just a camera artifact. I think they're starting to disappear as we enter the night side. I normally like to go back and rewind it to some analysis here, but it's just not easy being... Oh, we can see some lights here. I don't know where this would be. Like, Spain? Africa? Oh no, it shows. Oh, that's Florida. Hello, Florida. Camera housing, yeah. Then we go solder. Board for my competition. Robot of the meantime during the coast. What are y'all doing? Wow. I am here entertaining you guys. Oh. 1 Starship, 2 plane, 3 plane. There you go. I'm previously having an emotional breakdown, but now I'm here. Yeah, Starship cures emotional breakdowns with awesome Starshipness. Maybe we can do a little bit of plane spotting during the dubstep period. And see anyone else departing or landing off of this runway? Here comes someone. Pasco. Where's Pasco? You have a plane going to Pasco. Take it up next. I've literally never heard of Pasco. This is in Oregon, Tri-Cities. Interesting. Oh. Camera issues. So that guy should be rolling. I don't know if I can make you guys see the plane. It's an A319. There it goes. Flap its wing like a bird. Yeah, that is a good question for his, yeah. I wonder, yeah. Please report any unintended bags to the suspicious behavior. Yeah, that they do say that. Liftoffs at 1:20, might have to wake up at 5. Oof, that is horrible. You're so tired. Yeah. I know a lot of you guys, a lot of you Europeans out here in the stream today. I feel bad for you guys. I'm in the same time zone as Starship, so I get to enjoy it's a cool graphic. Yeah, the full screen Earth. Yeah. You don't even sleep? No sleep? Yeah. Sleep is for the weak. Let's see. Here comes a landing plane. See if I can get a view of the landing plane. There it is.
All right, welcome back, everybody. If you're just now joining us, where the heck were you? But we are getting ready for payload deploy. That's going to start once we get the
We
payload
just had a
door
CRJ
open.
landing.
That should be happening, or at least starting within the next minute or so. It's been a really cool flight so far. Quick look inside the payload.
Is the butter? I didn't actually get to see it touch
getting ready to make their
so
way
don't know if it was
into
a butter
outer
or not.
space. But great flight so far. Booster able to make it all the way to its splashdown and landing burn experiment, so that was really exciting to see. We got ship on orbit, nominal orbital insertion, so right in the money with its trajectory. And now we're ready to start tackling a couple
Is your plane
of
taking off? My plane's already landed.
Next up, we are currently venting down.
I am viewing. I am coming to you guys post-flight here.
As we get ready.
I just didn't have enough time to get from the airport to my streaming setup, so I figured I'd just stream here.
On our last flight, on flight
from
10.
gate B16, deserted gate. Oh, we have the door open.
Looks like he's opening up the payload door already.
Hey, janky Pez dispenser, yep. Not I need to what's buddy, I go around. There's no butters going around. Alright, let's focus up on the payload deploy here.
Alright, looks like
Pod
we got
bay
the
doors hell.
door
Yep,
open.
indeed. Let's see when payload deploy begins. Awaiting Pez dispenser.
Alright, so payload door is open.
Something
Next
on
up
dumplings?
Gonna be to start.
Are you looking at over here?
Starlink simulators.
I would be shocked over here if there's a camera on it. There's actually almost
roughly the same size.
not much use of camera because we're on the nighttime side while we're doing this
Starship's
deploy.
gonna be carrying. That's going to add some pretty crazy capacity. We'll run through the numbers in a little bit. We were able to do this for the very first time ever on our last flight.
Let's give us out. I doubt it. I mean, it'll be dark out anyway, right?
A couple of tweaks to the rails for deploying.
For the cheeky thingamabob mechanism. Oh, cool. Here's an outside.
Excited to see these get out the door. Our next iteration of Starship's also going to have kind of a more powerful Pez. It's going to deploy
upgraded
these
Pez.
a little bit faster speed.
Upgraded Pez dispenser.
Looking to see our next demonstration of this, hopefully in the next couple of seconds. We should start seeing them move out the door.
Gonna do it?
That view on your left, so you're basically, that would be if you were sitting at the very top of the nose cone looking down. So there's kind of a short stack. There's 4 on either side, so 8 total. When we start
80/20 aluminum? I don't know.
For their actual deploy missions, we're going to be carrying stacks of about 60.
Cool, had a mechatronics
larger
class.
stack once we start flying these operationally.
Wow, this is a nice high school you got there, man.
Short just for this payload deployed today.
Come on, Biden. Oh, we got movement. Sorry. Here we go.
Looks like we got a little bit of movement there, Dan.
Coax it out. Get it moving, Jake.
Here we go.
There we go. All right, first one going out.
There we go. We have deploy. Bye-bye. Let's see if any of them bonk into this thing.
All right, first one's deployed. Getting ready for the second one here. We do a little reset back to the center position.
First one pezzed out. You know what I was thinking, though,
It
guys?
takes about a minute for each one.
Bye-bye. You know what I was thinking? This would be a call working again. Yeah, it is working again. You know what I was thinking? This would be very difficult to do and fairly complicated, but I was wondering about if it'd be possible to make like an actual Starship
Yeah, and
Pez
as
dispenser,
noted
like a little
earlier in the show,
like
but
little
definitely
toy.
worth repeating. Starship
Oh, here
will
comes the
deploy
next level.
Starlink's more
A little toy.
advanced V3 satellites,
Or a little,
adding 60
like a mini
terabits per
Starship
second of
that you
capacity
could
to
put
the network
candy
per
in
launch.
and literally
So that's
Pez dispense
20
it
times
out.
more than each Falcon 9 launch does
That'd be
today.
really cool.
Just incredible.
You can 3D print it. Yeah. I mean, it would be a little bit difficult to 3D print the mechanism and all
anybody
that.
that's been following Starship, Starlink's kind of the MVP
I guess,
for
well,
these flight
yeah,
tests
well,
where
making one of
it's not
them
only
wouldn't be
giving
too
us
hard.
the views
I'm
we're seeing
kind of
right
talking
now,
about like making a bunch
but
and trying to
also
sell them.
just real-time data through every phase of flight.
Because you need to
got
get the
a couple dozen
candy from
cameras
somewhere.
on Starship. We've also got a bunch of cameras
Mill it?
spread across the globe, including out in the
That'd be
Indian
a
Ocean where we've
lot
got
of metal.
buoys.
Here's the
floating.
next one.
There goes another one.
Starship Nerf gun. Just have it, you shoot Nerf darts out of the payload bay.
And I mean, we're using Starlink to bring all of this together. It's our drone shots
Metal
you
3D
see
printed,
here,
yeah.
from
Oof.
our great team down
Things
here
are
at
getting
Starbase.
more and more
all
expensive
connected.
here.
So Starlink not only giving us cool views off the planet, but also on the planet, help bring everybody along for all these Starship flights.
You have a mill, man? Come on, if you have a mill, then, well, I'm jealous of you. I would like a mill. Here comes the next
I think
batch.
that's number 4. Somebody check
Or
my
the next
math.
one.
Here we've got 4 Starlink terminals on the outside of Starship. It uses that to talk to the constellation, and through that we actually get about 120 megabits of bandwidth for our downlink. That's our real-time HD video, all of our telemetry, so it's not just kind of giving us these cool views inside, but it's giving all that engineering data in real time.
Aluminum is a meek metal.
including
Nah, it
the
is definitely
entry
not.
when normally a plasma layer builds up and blocks you out. Starlink
You need
powerful enough for the frequency that we're
flappy
able to kind
dappy
of
lappy
punch through
cam.
that and still get that live view.
On in a refrigerator. Man, you have a mill. You know how much I'd pay for a mill? Well, I wouldn't pay what they're worth, obviously, or else I'd have one. Because I'd do broke. Alright, let's see the next one come out.
Alright, next one out the door. There we go.
Outside camera.
Alright, yeah, Starlink is the world's largest satellite constellation operating in low Earth orbit to deliver high-speed, low-latency broadband internet. This provides internet access
Starship
to
has a
people around
faster
the
internet
world,
connection in
many of whom
orbit,
have never
yeah.
had connectivity before.
Sigma, very Sigma.
Oh.
There you can see one kind of floating out there in the dark. Yeah, it is pretty crazy if they get this good of an internet connection from orbit. Or, well,
Right.
you know,
Today,
suborbit.
Starlink serves more than 150 countries, territories, and other
That
markets
flight
with over
dragged about
7
out.
million active customers and counting. To meet the global growing demand for high-speed internet, SpaceX expanded its factory over in Bastrop, Texas, which is just outside of Austin, and also introduced Starlink Mini, as well as an upgraded version of the Starlink Standard Kit.
Yeah, and one thing to note about this satellite deploy is that they will be following the same suborbital trajectory of the ship. So these dummy sats will not be going in orbit.
Hammering
We do
of how
expect
it
them to burn
makes
up
it look
on
like he's
re-entry.
aura farming. How's it? Well, then I may leave it. Seems like a pretty cool camera angle. And
Couple more to go. I promise.
how
one of
they
these
build
days
an
we'll
actual
deploy
door, though.
daylight.
Yeah, that'll be big
But
when they
we're
actually
basically
get, like, for
trading
bigger payloads.
deploy in the dark so we get those
That'll be a big
re-entry
challenge for them.
for the daytime.
Here comes the next one. Is this the last one? Or the second to last one? And you're looking down at us? Well, yes. Is that all I need to do to aura farm? Like we peasants at? I am.
Alright, I think we got one more to go.
There we go. Last one out. Bye-bye. You can see it on the outside camera too. Bye-bye. Bye. Wonder John looks slightly up. About like It's like Dr. Evil.
Alright,
I'm like,
now with
$1
payload deploy
billion.
complete, Starship will now close its payload door and continue to coast around Earth to the Indian Ocean.
737.
We still have a ton of major events to come today, including Raptor relight at about T plus 37 minutes.
Right. We're 12 minutes away from Raptor relight. We'll be looking forward to payload door close.
That will be followed by atmospheric reentry and splashdown.
Chunks of lasers or something.
So with that, we're going to go on another quick coast.
Fucking lasers on them.
Yeah, if you can hear us.
What are they? Were they? I didn't hear what they were chanting. They were trying to start. Someone was trying to start a chant. Are they chanting USA? USA! Woo! Oh, we got door closed. Looking at my character right now a little bit.
Alright, with that payload door closed, we're gonna sit tight, enjoy
There's some
the
funny
views,
V3,
and
some pictures of the
again.
V3 ship. It looks
We'll
pretty
be back
derpy.
in just a
Has
few
like a
minutes
mouth
for
kind of
Raptor
looking
relay,
thing.
and
Has
then
like a
head back
face.
for re-entry.
Right, we're about 10 minutes from Raptor relay, so I guess we'll go into techno music time. And we can go ahead and look and see if there's any interesting planes operating around us. We have an American Eagle about to take off toward Washington, D.C. Embraer 175. It's going to start to get nighttime here, so you're not going to be able to see many of these planes anymore. Or it won't look as nice. Alright, everyone say hi to the Embraer. There it goes. Bye-bye. Hello, Aiden. Already missing pad 1? Oof. Send a video of the ship falling away after a hot stage in Discord. I'll have to look after the stream because I can't really move my screen around right now. Something I'm curious about is how they repressurize the massive cargo bay, because that's a lot of cubic volume. Surely they must be taking it from the main tanks and there are less pressure. I don't know. Maybe it's the OPVs they use to pressurize it. They probably don't pressurize it very much. They probably just do enough pressure to maintain structural rigidity. Although they probably... No, it's probably not pressurized. Very good chance it just isn't pressurized. Because if they... I don't know. Someone smarter than me will have to answer this question, but if they can get away with not pressurizing it for payload deploy, they very well may not need to pressurize it for the rest of the flight. Do you want to see a hybrid motor static fire near Fort Dodge? Sure. Well, atmospheric re-entry, it needs to be pressurized to not collapse, does it? Is that something we know for sure? I wouldn't be surprised if it is. If it is a thing that needs to happen. But I don't know how much pressure they, how strong, how good of a seal that payload door is. Because if it's not a very strong seal, it's going to be pretty leaky, and then you need a lot of, in the airplane world, it's called bleed air. You need a lot of bleed air to keep it pressurized. Looks like a bunch of planes lining up for takeoff here. We got a Delta, was this an A321? A321, then we got a CRJ. Then we got, well, check out this guy, an A321neo going to Dublin, about to take off. In Calgary, Boston. Anyone interesting landing? An A321 from Portland. ERJ from Winnipeg. An A320 from Spokane. Nothing too interesting. See out the window. The Aer Lingus to Dublin's pretty cool. I don't know, if you didn't equalize the pressure, it would collapse because the internal would be a vacuum, but the air wouldn't be. You're saying when they get lower? Oh, yeah, well... I mean, the pressure would equalize if you just don't pressurize it. I don't know if we're totally on the same wavelength right now, what we're talking about, but... yeah, I mean, you probably want it to be close to ambient pressure during the belly flop and flip maneuver. Techno music. Oh, we can see the Aer Lingus. You can just see the tail passing by. Have a good flight, Aer Lingus, to Dublin. It's like an 8-hour flight in an A321. Yuck. Oh, we got one taken off. Pedal to the metal. It's loud, so that's probably the 737. It's an A321. No music. How much money we're taking it? We're assuming you don't die when it falls into the ocean. Well, assuming I don't. Are you saying the only time I assume I don't die is when it tips over? If you're saying but I still have to assume the rest of the risk. I have to deal with the risk of launch and land and re-entry and the flip maneuver and all that. But I just am guaranteed to survive the tip over. If that was the case, I wouldn't know. Nope. No. It would no money. I would not ever do that. In this state, no, I do not have nearly enough faith in Starship to put myself on it. We've had one success of V2. V2 has had one success. One. I would not stake my life. Well, if this one keeps going like this, it'll be 2 successes, but I would not stake my life. 2 successes even for $100 billion. There is a very bright looking light.
Taking Samantha line gate.
What if I can scoot over here and block the light?
Please return to Security North checkpoint to claim your forgotten item.
I think I just went the wrong way. Be a cool headstone though. You died on Starship flight. What about booster catch? None. I mean, look, there have been 3 booster catches. 3. And booster and flight 6 was an offshore divert, so no, not risking it. Nope, I went too far. I think the light is returned. That's the light. It is not nearly that bright in real life. Not nearly. I'm not saying the ship is spinning, but it's giving me IFT-9 vibes. Yeah. I think that's just a plume. It definitely does look like it's kind of like, as you see the thing whisk by me, you can see on the little nav's ball there. We're in control. We are in control. Bolt some seats on the chines and you're good. That'd be the Kerbal way of doing things. Definitely a very Kerbal. Kerbal would do it. Oh, the secret to being rich. Place a ton of meat on the grid fins of the booster and rotate them to cook during re-entry. Oops, yeah, you get some. You know how you do like that with a pizza. You know they have coal-fired ovens and wood-fired ovens. All these different fancy ways to cook pizzas. There's a rocket-fired oven or a re-entry cooked pizza. That would sell pretty well, I bet. Might be a little crusty though, a little charred. Might come back a little overcooked. Make some waffles. Alright, we should get the stream coming back here in a minute or two. Is this Aer Lingus going? Yep. Off to Dublin. Oh, we were talking about BTS Space, talking about Joe Barnard. Yep. I'm aware. I'm actually surprised I didn't make the connection as soon as you started mentioning it. Sorry, this light. I'm trying to more effectively block it, but it's just hard. I went the wrong way. I need to go this way. Ships over Africa. Yep. Oh, here we go. Ships back.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're just joining us, you did miss some exciting stuff because Starship successfully deployed its second ever payload, 8 Starlink simulator satellites. And now we're expecting the relight of a single sea-level Raptor engine in space coming up here just after T plus 37 minutes. So about a minute left to go.
Yep, just a little while.
You guys remind me, if we had 2 or 3 successful relights,
9 seconds
flight
or so. So
5, no, we've had
minute and a half where
5, 6, 9?
Your attention, please.
Engines.
In the interest of aviation
5, 6, 10.
all passengers must control their bags and packages at all times. To prevent someone from placing dangerous items in your baggage, do not leave your bags or packages unattended. Do not accept items from unknown persons to carry onto the aircraft. All checked and carry-on baggage is subject to search.
Your Raptor engine. And then also your header tanks, your smaller tanks in the nose cone.
4, 5, 6,
where
10.
we have liquid
They
oxygen,
did a-
liquid methane,
they did a relight on
more
4?
easily pressurized container, which we can use for.
I know they did
burns.
a relight on
Also
4.
tap
I thought,
those when we do
really?
a landing burn. So this will be.
So this will be
a
number
critical
5.
capability. Once we go to full orbital missions, you'll have to do a deorbit burn to break out of orbit, send it back down to Earth. But in this instance, we're already on our way back
6 and
down
10?
towards Earth.
Well,
So this
okay, we
is
have
just gonna
conflicting
demonstrate
information
the
here.
capability
When is relight? Any
of
second
turning
now.
one of these engines on. We should be coming up in just about 20 seconds or so, looking for one of those Raptor engines to turn back on. They've been off since we
6 and 10
completed that
definitely have. I
successful
don't know
ascent
about
burn,
5 and 4. I think 5
almost 30
maybe,
minutes
4 I
ago.
don't think so. But I don't know, I could be wrong. They are just launching these planes. Here comes another one.
Oh, Raptor ignition.
Oh, let me focus here. We have show ignition.
Shutdown.
Look good, see it visually. Shutdown and visual shutdown. Looks good.
Raptor relight looks like engine 3 full duration. As Dan mentioned, that's a 3rd attempt, and we just did it 3 times.
Okay, so it must have been 6, 10, and here we on this one. 6, 10, and 11.
And then, there we heard nominal 2nd orbital insertion. All right, so congrats everyone on the milestone. That was awesome to see. We're 3 for 3. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back for re-entry at about T plus 45 minutes. We'll see you soon.
All right. Now we start the descent. You just missed it? Oof. 13 orbit, mark my words. 11, 12, 13, maybe. It'll be 13 or 14. I hope it's 13. Alright, we have the flaps coming alive. Some weird artifacting going on over there. It's the aliens! Another plane going off. I don't know if you guys can hear these planes. But they are not quiet. Oh, 13. Yeah, unlucky 13. We want to do it on 14 maybe? Plasma. I'm not sure if that's plasma or just venting at this point. Would you ever consider changing the name of the channel to just Payload? I have seriously considered that. That's an interesting thing that you mentioned that. You asked that question. I have genuinely on Twitter I am simply Payload. If I confirm alien invasion on Rocksmiths, yeah. You can't remember the numbers, yeah. And I think if you just search up Payload, I don't come up. I think you have to search up 1549. I have thought about it. I would do it. I guess the only complicating factors are your URL can't change. I don't think. Actually, I don't know if I ever locked in my custom URL or not. I may not have. For this very reason, because I had been considering changing it to just Payload. You think I should do it? Your logo is a plane on a Starship. Yep. That's when I originally started this channel to do flight simulator content, but you know, Starship got the views. Rename the channel to Geopolitics 15 for an honor pre-flight 9 discussion. Yeah, I don't know if we want to honor that. There's some of that. I think it's just meant to. This is plasma. This is plasma. Yeah, we're in plasma now. Yeah, maybe I will do it with flight 9.
Starship is approaching entry interface.
Here we go. Cameras have gotten cleaner. Yeah, a little bit. Here, hold on, guys. 1 second. Alright, sorry guys. What do you think of KSA? Don't know much about it yet. I haven't been following it too closely. I've seen some of the renderings and some of the footage, but I think it's still a little early to make some serious opinions on it. Wait and see. Autocorrect is telling you, oof. There is still no powered by Starlink. I think I've seen it during this fight already. In the other stage right corner, strange. I think I've seen it. We have definitely plasma. I should be focusing on entry. Entry and Origins did first find out. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I have any hours. I have maybe 1 or 2 hours on the game back when it was called Simple Rocket. No, I think I have played it since they've renamed it and redid it a little bit. Anyway, we are well into plasma mode here, so let's start focusing in on entry. Early access is up for creators. Yeah, I have seen that. It does look a little bare bones. I was clearly not a big enough creator, which makes sense since I have not uploaded a video in 6 months. So, 40 hours alone in Starship flight program. Starship flight on Juno, or the you're talking about the that standalone game made by Ashtrak. We're about to have another plane launch here. Hopefully no bang in the engine bay. Yeah, that'll be a big point of emphasis, but I think it's totally, I think this, kind of say this every time they do all these tile tests, that there's a really good chance that we lose the ship, but this one in particular seems really sketchy with the amount of tiles they've removed, but, you know, we'll see. Very good scratch program for rockets. Cool.
Ship is starting entry, good attitude.
Alright, welcome back everyone. The ship is currently re-entering
Earth's
atmosphere.
It's still not able to create a good Starship replicate anywhere?
We don't
Really?
plan to recover the spacecraft today, but rapid and reliable reusability is
You could check out my my tutorial for KSP.
You can see plasma starting to build on the windward side of the rocket there. And, you know, reentry is a critical phase of flight, and we need information on how the ship systems perform. Reentry is also extremely demanding portion of flight because we need the ship to scrub off all of the energy we used to launch the rocket. So remember, the 33 engines plus the 6 engines on ship that we used to get up into space, we now are using aerobraking.
All right, we're under 100 kilometers in altitude. In the next about 45 minutes, I think, is roughly, or 45 minutes from now on the last flight is roughly where we had that energetic event in the engine bay, which we, I think, are suspecting is LOX and CO2 and CH4 combining, kind of getting trapped.
On the leeward side of the flaps here, and we have some different mechanisms.
There's views by
some
Starlink.
stud out, basically, to see if these tiles will hang on. And, you know, we can see already here, it looks like we kept most of them, but I think I see a couple.
I was just pausing just to hear them talk about this.
The thermal team is definitely going to be digging
But
into
yeah,
that
if you remember
and
during
taking that
Flight
data
10, we
to
had a
help
little
us iterate
kaboom
on
happen
the
that we are suspecting that's
So yeah,
because
Starlink provides
of
us with
the chill line of the CH4 and the LOX being right next to each other underneath the kind of flap cowling, flap arrow cover, the hinge cover, and it kind of combined and kaboom. That's the best theory we have. Or something hit it, you know, dumbling rammed into it.
5 times the speed of sound. Reentry is typically
Auto shift, absolutely nothing. See the video. Yep, that's where that's basically what I'm deriving my analysis from. I mean, it seems correct. Right about here, I believe, is when it happened, or right about 90 kilometers.
Insanely high speeds, the spacecraft moving through the
Means we're
atmosphere
even more
creates a
successful.
plasma field around the
Losing
vehicle.
speed now. Yep, let me dial in on entry here.
Plasma distorts communication frequencies, so it's not uncommon to experience brief
Inside.
blackouts in communication.
Any abort options? So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, abort options are fun in Space
Starship is
Shuttle.
designed to land on Mars where there are no runways or other humans to help out. So that means we need to do a propulsive landing instead of a more traditional means like parachutes, which is what our Dragon spacecraft uses, or a runway like the Space Shuttle. Propulsive landing enables more rapid reusability.
Now, as the ship makes its way back to Earth, we should start hearing some callouts. When we hear entry max heating and entry max Q, that means the ship has made it through the maximum heating and aerodynamic loads it will experience as it returns. So if it makes it through all of those, that's a pretty good sign that we're doing well.
Boarding the crew, yeah.
Yeah, and we heard flaps have control of the vehicle now.
Good views.
Okay, there's a great shot there. You're starting to see the plasma build up.
This time they were 3 meters off the ground, plan splashdown point. I think they go within a meter of this flight, nothing burns through. I hope that there's no kabooms in the engine bay.
Of airflow surrounding and flowing past the vehicle are concurrently below.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a perfect, accurate landing.
Somewhere in the range of Mach 0.8 to 1.2. All right, a lot of numbers coming up here, but for reference, commercial jets have a range of cruising speeds, but most fly around Mach 0.74 to Mach 0.85. Which is 480 to 575 miles per hour, or 770 to 930 kilometers per hour.
Are you looking at the nav ball, or it looks pretty stable on the screen? It very well could be to do some S-turns.
At 930, it's like pretty crazy how fast we're
Shuttle
going
boards located in KSP-RSS.
All right, and after we
yeah, he's the guy who made the mod, isn't he? The shuttle mod for KSP? I think I've seen some of those videos.
To the speed that is much
less falling. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I specifically saw any myself, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Looking a little bit more like some of our suborbital flights
from
almost 5 years
ago.
ago.
I'm covering it. Maybe the recent chats aren't seeing the views by Starlink, because I'm actually covering it. My face is covering it.
Also, again, with those missing tiles,
yeah, I made them on too, yeah. Siblings again appear to be slightly off axis. Yeah, I think we're good.
Things are looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, just be doing some S-turns.
We're looking good. I do want to remind people that we are pushing ship to the limits. We've done a lot of these missing tile tests. We did it back on Flight 10. Every time we do it, we throw something new and the ship makes it through. This time, we're really pushing it. We've removed these tiles in some of the spots that see the highest level of heating. And we removed
Starship
tiles
barbecue
that have
check.
zero backup protection underneath. So
And
there's
Dan is
essentially
dead.
just
We
bare
could have
steel.
we could get spicy stuff here. First views by Payload, yep.
It's one of the heat of re-entry.
Or it's not RSS or no SS.
So do not be surprised if this is not a very smooth flight on the way down. But again, this is intentional. We are trying to find what are the limits for a ship. How resilient are we to these?
Let's watch the burn through on the flap hinges
that could pop up. If we lose a tile anywhere in the vehicle, we want to know what that ultimate impact is going to be. So we've got a couple missing. We had a bunch pulled over the primary fuel.
Certainly
the LOX
interesting.
tanks,
Yep,
everything.
excitement
This one,
guaranteed.
We've got a tile missing right on top.
Right on top
So
of where,
that's gonna
Dan?
see some of the
Dan,
highest
you cut up,
temperatures
Dan.
during this
Couldn't hear
re-entry.
you, Dan. Did you
There's
say
just
nose
bare
cone,
steel
maybe?
right underneath it. So we're going to see if Starship's robust enough to pull through
Teams
that.
did a weird noise.
Also have some tiles missing around the aft flaps, specifically on the leading edge. So again, we're getting a really good look right at the leading edge. That's getting really intense heating. So again, gonna see if it can make it through. See if all the flaps hold on. See if Starship holds together. But definitely
That looks
could be a
dangerous
bumpy
and
ride. But
it made a noise.
this is why
We should be getting to the daylight
This is why we're
side
flying
too.
in this part of the world. This is why we're putting Starship
daylight
through
side
these flight
soon.
tests to really understand what its limits
Fingers
are.
crossed. We got
So
a
we
good.
can then move on to
Yeah,
the
we can
next
start to
thing.
see. I can start to
It's
see
gonna be
some
bringing
clouds under
ships
here.
back to the launch site for a catch. But for now, still on this suborbital.
Oh,
the light
we've
show
lost a
continuing.
camera.
Keep
This is
following
where
it.
heating.
Got about
This is where
15
heating
minutes
starts to really
until
escalate.
Splashdown.
Yeah, Dan,
So
it
yep.
looks, you can see our speed.
No burn through yet,
speed
but I'm
indicator
sure there will
bottom left
be
there. It looks
with
like
the
it's
amount
gonna
of
start off velocity a little bit
amount of
quicker.
tiles they've removed. You have the same track record
Ship
as
is
Germany.
entering the
Yeah.
peak heating phase of flight.
All right. Here we go. Oh, it's definitely starting to see some clouds here, getting into the daylight side. Once we get below about 50 is when I'm going to start to relax. 50 kilometers in altitude.
Looks like we can see some clouds down there.
I think that's generally when things start to really calm down.
Kilometers altitude.
We're in the peak heating region. We haven't passed the...
Ooh. Come up
Ooh.
again. Ooh, there we go.
See the crowd reacting.
Skirt is
No
intact
explosions.
so far this
Yeah,
time. If
Dan's
you watched
noticing
Flight
the
10,
same thing.
You saw we entered with a little bit missing. That was ultimately traced to a little bit of buildup. We dumped prop on the way. We had a little bit of solid propellant buildup, and then either static discharge or the plasma ignited it, took out a tiny bit of that skirt, some of the aft flaps, but Starship, again, was able to fight through it, make it all the way
Did Dan
to
just
that
drop a whole
landing
bunch of
berth.
new info?
We addressed that, changed some of our prop
Big
dump
for
combos,
Dan.
though, so
Yeah, so it is basically what we thought. What CSI
should
thought.
not be seeing that this time
Aluminum
around.
tiles. I don't think they have aluminum tiles. But anyway, let's focus on looking for burn through. A lot of our move tiles are definitely near the windward or more toward the middle of the windward side, so it may be difficult
And
for
as
us
a
to see.
reminder, we're in addition
Maybe
to these
difficult for us to
missing
see
tile
any
tests, we're
heat
doing
buildup
kind of a unique
or burn through from this
flight
camera.
on the way in.
But we'll be looking at the hinges. We'll definitely be able to get views of those.
While we're still going
Nominal, yeah,
supersonic and even hypersonic, we're doing kind of a banking
Look how
turn.
fast they're going.
And
You see how
then
quickly
we'll
the clouds
do
are moving.
the aggressive turn right as we get into the subsonic and start doing our belly flop. And that's
All right, we
designed
are
to
completely
essentially
clean
be
on
the
the
approach
burn through
that
on
we
the
would
forward
do
flap hinge. At least this
on a
one, the front
return
right
to
side
launch
looks
site
completely
in tower
clean.
catch. So
Aluminum tiles
don't be
to
surprised if we see the ship
see what
start
loose
to
strings.
turn.
Oh, did they say that? I must not have paid
Make a few
attention. My bad
maneuvers as
then.
it makes its way down to the Indian. And fun fact, even though we're doing all this turning, we're essentially targeting the exact same spot in the Indian Ocean we went to last time.
Or purple, very epic. Yep. Oh, look at that beautiful shot. Oh well, not so much anymore. But come back, Sterling. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, skirt cam. Look at skirt cam. This feels a little flatter than last time. I may just be imagining things, but the attitude feels a little... The
All right,
flaps
just
haven't...
about
Well, we haven't had
12
too many
minutes to go.
shots directly looking at the
Still
aft flap.
looking
Like, they have like the cameras over in this area. We haven't seen too many of them, so it's difficult to really
That
see
gives
how
a
the aft
pretty good
flaps are
view
doing, but
of those aft
there's
flaps
something
right
kind of
on
reaching
the
around
leading edge. I
here.
think it might be on the one on
I
the
feel like
other
you can
side. We had
almost
some tiles
kind of see a
removed
little
with
bit of
no
discoloration
backups
over there,
behind
but yeah, there's not
So
obvious
again,
burn through.
we're really trying to stress
This
some of
camera's been struggling.
the most sensitive
And it's
areas
stressed out. Oh,
around
yeah.
Starships.
When they flight so far, they've done pretty well on Flight 6. They did pretty
We're able
well.
to make it through this,
And Flight 10.
and then that tells us quite a bit about
Oh,
just
and
how resilient this
yeah.
vehicle is.
At least you're not looking up the skirt, we're looking down the skirt. This is less than decent, I guess. What changes are they making to the flaps to make them sure,
nice
even though
shot
they've
from those
removed
tag
tiles? I don't know
earlier
if they've really
thinking,
made changes to
what
the
we
flaps
call
to
the
make them more
business end of
resilient. The front
Starship
flaps,
with
they've
all the
moved
Raptor
aftward.
engines.
They
And
moved
those are the
them
engines that we're
leeward.
going to be expecting
You can see
to
some
light
heat building
for
up on
that
the catch
flip
point here.
and landing burn, hopefully in about 10 minutes.
Shove a cam
once we
at the
get
bottom of
through
the
re-entry.
flaps.
Yeah, there
Well,
we go.
we get good views sometimes. They haven't been showing them much this time. We may not have them available. We're getting a lot of skirt cam
Yeah,
on the
looking at
Sentry.
E3, that's the one.
Okay,
The
not
one
complaining
we did the
about skirt
relight
cam.
on, so it's 2 for 2 so far. We'll see if it can go 3 for 3.
Yeah, catch spin, hope it survives. Oh, we got a plane leaving. I really should be being distracted to watch a plane, but planes are cool too. Alright. So we should probably be through peak heating by now. You can see the rainbow kind of warping effect going on here. Make the steel thicker on the flaps and subsurface cooling improve the heat. Is that what they've done?
Kilometers an hour.
Personnel dilated. And Flight 6 was not the best flight. Flight 5 was the best flight. And I think
Ships all holding
5,
together.
4, and then 10 are my rankings right
On
now.
the bottom right, looks like we've made it all the way to the Indian Ocean.
5, 4, 10, 3, 1 maybe? I
Kind
don't
of
know.
near Australia, the
10 was
west
pretty
side of
high
Australia
with the little
there,
flap
so
that could.
pretty crazy. We're only 56 minutes in, and we've made it all the way.
We can see the hinge,
halfway
absolutely
around the world.
zero burn through on this hinge. Zero burn through. FT5 is the best, yeah, I agree. That's what they can do. Okay, you're saying that's what they, yeah, I thought maybe.
It's actually a good demonstration of a future capability we hope to have on Starship, where we will do point-to-point transport on Earth. So essentially travel anywhere in the world in about an hour or so, which is going to be pretty crazy. Imagine going from New York to Sydney in 1 hour instead of the 20 hours it takes currently.
Alright, so I gotta try to text someone real quick there. Lights are hype, yeah, I agree.
And a reminder, so this camera is... Oh, you see some of the heat rate picking up a little bit.
Yeah, please
And this
survive.
camera is embedded right in the end of one of those forward flaps, so you see it moving around. That's the flap.
Oh, we're rolling.
Adjusting to maintain control.
We're rolling bad.
Looks like we're getting into our bank maneuver.
Oh, this is planned. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're really rolling it. We're in control. Seem to be in
Now
control.
power sliding through the atmosphere.
External temperatures are coming down.
Oh, good. Good call. First yeah, 4 was really good. Oh my god, what are they doing? What are they doing? Oh my god. The back shuttle is turned. Yeah, this is crazy. Look at it. It's like, yeah, it is literally power sliding. We're doing a little...
Vehicle is now at
we're
maximum
drifting.
dynamic pressure.
We're drifting through re-entry here. Oh, looks like we're coming out of it. I think the ship survived.
Alright, that was basically our reverse max Qs, so most aerodynamic stress that it's going to see during re-entry, we just passed through it, so we're past that, we're past peak heating. Ship's still holding together. So we're currently in this bank maneuver. We're going to see it kind of roll over and do a pretty significant shift.
God, would we even
as
need
we get down closer
tiles?
to the
Just get the
subsonic
tiles.
speeds.
Just take all the tiles off. I don't even need them. Look at this. It's surviving perfectly with all these removed tiles. Tokyo drifted to
that
Starship.
maneuver
Yeah.
that Dan's mentioning is all
Tokyo
in part of us
drift.
to learn about the
Starship
guidance navigation
style.
control for return to launch
Look
site
at it
missions.
go.
So in the near future, we're hoping to return the
Look
ship
how much
back
skirt
to the
cam we're
same
getting
pad
today,
we took
guys.
off
Oh,
on 59 minutes ago.
look at
and
zero
we've got to do
visible,
some of those pretty
tiny
dynamic
bit, a
banking
little
to
tiny bit
make
hot
that
spot there,
trajectory
but
work out.
oh, there's definitely a tiny bit going on in the flap hinge. Definitely a touch of burn through. 13, I really doubt will be a ship catch. I think we're through.
Starting to move into the lower parts of the atmosphere. We should hit transonic, so hitting that transition between moving faster than the speed of sound and below the speed of sound in just about 3.5 minutes. Our landing burn should happen right around an hour and 6 minutes after launch, so we should be just about 6 minutes away from that. You can see lots of daylight.
So I gotta
Everybody
make a
cross
quick,
your
send a quick
fingers, see if
text.
our range team was able to get out there and provide any surprise views as Starship makes its way down.
Oh, drunk
Looks
ham.
like they heard me.
Drunk ham.
Ready and waiting. Let's go.
Dan, you just spoke that view into existence there. And again, all brought to us by Starlink.
Maneuver has started.
All right, here we go. Let me dial in here. I gotta stop sending texts
All right,
here
there
and focus on. Looks like we're through entry. We've
So
survived.
We're now starting
That's
into
probably
our
flight
really
15,
heavy
13
bank
orbit,
maneuver.
and yeah, I think 15 has a good shot of
And
being
this kinda,
the ship
this
catch.
does almost like a half
Hopefully middle of
circle
next
loop,
year.
to our actual trajectory. We're
Okay,
heading
let's
to
see
the
whatever.
scene
I have no
as
idea
our
what's about to
splashdown, but
happen.
We're kind of doing a more roundabout way to get there. Where
All right,
it's
let's see
this
if we
kind
can
of
get good
big,
control
long
during
half-moon
descent
loop, and then a really
as we
aggressive
approach the belly flop here.
twist right at the very
We are now
end,
only
and that would
4 or 5
line
minutes
us up
away.
with the launch tower.
5 or 6 minutes maybe
Starship
from.
on a return to launch
from
site, would
splashdown.
fly over the tower, do a quick landing burn flip, and then come down for catching the arms.
Here we go. I'm excited for landing. So am I. These are so much fun. Ever since Flight 6 when they started doing these cool, like, aerodynamic, it's so
How about
awesome.
that S38 decal there, staying strong on that view we just had?
No ads.
Good to see the
Oh,
numbers.
I'm the
back
one who
on.
put him there, kind of. But, or YouTube automatically did, but I told YouTube to put him there. Sorry.
All right, should be hitting transonic in about 2.5 minutes. Landing flip coming up in about 4. Pretty clouds there in the Indian Ocean today. Again, yeah, we changed our launch times. We launch in the evening now, so we get these daytime views down in the Indian Ocean. One of the things we're really looking for, the reason we have the drone, other than, yeah, that looks really cool,
If I had blogging,
is
yeah, that
we're
would work.
able to kind of see the ship. We can only see so much from these cameras. You can't see like the vast majority of the heat shield.
Are we,
So
are we starting to see a roll develop?
buoys out there? We've got.
Oh, here's buoy cam.
You
There's
spoke it again, Dan. There it is.
I think we're starting to see the roll happen.
playing with me in the control room. All right. But we have these buoys out there. We have these drones that we're trying to see externally how the heat shield
Looks a little
held up. Everybody
wavy.
saw from Flight 10 it had a little bit of a paint job, a little bit of a reddish hue. That was from those metallic tiles that we had tested, kind of oxidizing really rapidly in that plasma and then spreading those little
Drone,
oxide
yeah, we want the
particles all over
drone.
the heat shield. No metal tiles on this flight, so not expecting
Bounce the
to see
castle with the
that.
camera, yep.
Dynamic pressure is
Alright,
coming
look at
down.
this. Oh my, we're in the roll here. We're in the roll. You can see there's not a whole lot of white. There's a little bit of white here, but we are in the roll. Look at it go.
All right,
Look at it
coming up
spin.
on transonic shortly.
It's sideways. We're doing Tokyo drift.
2.5 minutes of landing burn.
Tokyo drift the
Your
second
attention,
time.
please. In the interest of aviation security, all passengers must control their bags and
Oh,
packages
my.
at all times.
Starship is
To prevent
transonic.
someone from placing dangerous items in your baggage, do not
Are we
leave
on
your
good
bags
trajectory?
unattended.
I have no idea if we're going the right way or not right now, but
The aircraft. All checked and
we're
carried
trying.
baggages.
We're in the belly flop. We're only a couple minutes away from splashdown here. We drift in the ship, yep. We got a little bit of flapping going around here.
Right, starting to get those Raptors ready. Should be 2 minutes away from landing burn. Again, we're going to do a flip. After we ignite those engines, we'll go from 3 down to 2 for the final
Shuttle, yeah.
phase of the landing burn and look for another
Shuttle
soft
has returned.
splashdown.
Oh,
Hopefully,
a couple things falling off
buoy
there.
and drone, which are hanging
Hopefully
out.
we're still on a good
ready and waiting for a
trajectory.
ship.
That forward flap is kind of doing a little bit of this going on here, but increase drag and decrease fuel. I agree. I bet they'll do that. As they get more comfortable, we're under 10 kilometers here. A few things kind of flapping away. No big deal.
Seeing
It's
all
still
three
yawing, I
shenanigans
believe.
have entered the chill phase.
Big yaws going on right now. Huge yaw. Look at this yaw. Shuttle mobile launcher. Yeah, it does a little bit. Oh, now we're yawing the other way. Oh my, what's happening?
All right, less than a minute to go.
All right, let's hope we're on target. We'll know if the buoy cam shows up with the ship. If a ship shows up in the buoy
ship is
cam.
making its turn for final approach.
Okay.
And here's this kind of aggressive final turn that
here
would
we go.
essentially position it so it's right behind the launch and catch tower.
You ready? She looks really good. Just like externally through re-entry. Look how that looks beautiful.
Flaps holding strong.
All right, here we go.
Landing burn in just under 20
Brace,
seconds.
yeah, brace. Under 2 kilometers. Hopefully we're on target. We might have a little bit of a cloud to go through here in a minute. Buoy! 1.
Ship
All right, wait for the...
up.
There's the command. And... There's... Flip! Buoy!
There's our landing burn.
We have 3 down to 2.
3 down to 2.
Starship has landed.
Oh, there it is, buoy! And here's the tip over.
As we said, we're not planning on recovering the ship today. Hey, welcome back to Earth, Starship. We are down in the Indian Ocean.
Alright, if I had hazard a guess there, we may have ended up slightly off target, but hey, that was a really successful flight. Awesome. Flight 11. I'm glad I managed to get this stream out. Anyway, I need to get home, so I'm going to be a little bit abrupt end of the stream today, guys, unfortunately. So I need to get out of this airport and get home, so I'm just going to end it right here. And, yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys around. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Please rate and comment this video once again. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.